Just had to make sure the microphone is on there. Good morning, NFL, Week 12. I can't believe it. I can't believe it because before we know it, NFL is going to be gone. Now, curious to see how the background is showing up here. We threw a little red and green together here in the spirit of Christmas, the holiday season, but doesn't come through as much as I'd like. We'll work on that. Don't worry. As you can see, I'm decked out. Colts have a big game this week. Now, I know Xander, if Xander's in here right now from the Discord, was asking about the play that I had. And I just put it up here for him. I wasn't sure if he was going to be in here. This is one of my favorite plays of the week. Truthfully, I think you're fine going with the New England Patriots at -7.5 in their game. I think that's fine, but I don't mind getting under that 7 points. That way, if it ends up being a touchdown game, you still win here. But this is a phenomenal play, in my opinion. You've got the Pats -6.5, Detroit -6.5, both under that 7-point threshold. Joe Burrow not playing this week. Joe Flacco will be the quarterback. And then for the Giants game, no Jackson Dart. I love Jameis, but even if Jackson Dart was coming back for this game, I still like the 6.5. So it changes nothing for me. What's up, Weezer? Good morning, Weezer. How you doing, buddy? Good morning to you. Great to see you. Great to see you in here. Appreciate you hopping in here. All right, so this is my first play. I think I've already played this. I'm sure I have, but I'm going to play it again anyways. That's how much I like it. I'm going to go ahead and make sure we claim all these boosts. Give me all the boosts. Never let a boost go by. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be playing football, soccer, but that should be a good one. Give me all these. What else we got? Anything else? All right, perfect. I've got a bunch of the boosts. Same thing over here on DraftKings. We're just going to take them all. Give me all the boosts. What are you doing? Okay, that's fine. It wants me to bet already. Jumps me right in. Don't worry. Got time. Look at that. Just let me go back. All right. We're going to get to touchdowns. We're going to get to SGPs. But first segment is going to be me starting just by showing you what I like. We're going to go game by game here, talk about the game. I'll mention anybody that's injured or out. As I said, the first game over here, let's see, we could let DraftKings lead us here. Let's let DraftKings lead today. We've got the Giants and Detroit. As I said, no Jackson Dart. Let's see here. Here's the biggest names, but they're not organized by games. Fibula. How did Daniel Jones hurt his fibula? Isaiah Pacheco knee. All right, so it looks like those are the two main ones from that game. And yeah, I think the Lions win. I think this is pretty cut and dry. I like Gibbs this week. The confidence score loves Monty as well. I think that's just a product of his line being so much lower and this being a game where the Giants should win handedly. I was looking for Gibbs. Gibbs is also up there at like a 0.66 confidence score. So it's still high as well. So I don't think you go wrong by playing any of these guys. Last week, Jahmyr Gibbs' touchdown play was a -110 or 120 on Sunday Night Football. And thankfully, he did get into the end zone. But my goodness. Wait, did he get in the end zone? I think he did. I think he was the only one that scored for the Lions. But now we're at a -320 in this game. Ugh. Ugly. Ugly what they're doing there to us. I wonder, I'm just curious, is there anywhere it's in the 200s? Yeah, just Novig. That's it. Super juiced everywhere, as you guys can see right over here. So if you're looking on the screen, you're going to be looking right in that area. Oh, no, we don't want that color. It looks bad. Here we go. Let's do green or blue. Let's make it a little bigger. There we go. Beautiful. So, yeah, these are where the odds are right in there. So you just scroll left or right. But the best odds, always right there. Always right there. All right, so we're not gonna play that as a straight. That has to be parlayed. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to touchdowns. Let's see what else we got for this game here. The question is how about Jared Goff passing touchdowns? I went past it. How about Jared Goff passing touchdowns? That's one I think is interesting. In these kind of games, Goff always goes off. Always has like 5 touchdown passes. Oh yeah, super juiced. But you can do 1.5 over here on Caesars, okay? So Caesars right here, 1.5. But you're gonna have to parlay it. What about a little parlay of Goff 1.5 and Jahmyr Gibbs? That's interesting. Passing. Goff passing touchdowns 2+. I can't even get it to plus odds here. I mean, if you can get this somewhere at plus odds, this seems pretty safe. Gibbs touchdown, Goff 2+. I'll just play it for something light so I can track it. A lot of times, guys, I'm just playing these things to track them. On the other side of the ball, Jameis is going to be slinging it. Going to be slinging it quite a bit. I think his passing yardage is in play. And when it comes to Jameis, guys, I always love his pass attempts. So we're going to go over here because as you guys can see, best odds right over here. Let's throw this one in. I found a couple of things I like from this game. I don't see how he doesn't throw the ball 1,000,000 times today. Yeah, this is just a straight up play. I like that one. I like that one. All right, let's go back. That's pretty much it for that game. I already told you I like to win. We're letting that be our guide. So let's move on. Let's move on. Guys, I know this isn't my usual time, but I got stuff to do today. So I would greatly, greatly appreciate it if you guys could just like the stream, comment on the stream. If you're in here from the Discord and you have questions about the app, fire them off. This is a great time to do so. It's a great time to do this. All right, Patriots in Cincinnati. That's the other game. I absolutely just feel like you just know how it's going to go. It's just so obvious to me. Maybe I'm missing something, but the Patriots are winning the game. All right, the Patriots are going to win this game. Let's take a look at what kind of props we got for it. T. Higgins. T. Higgins, the longest reception prop. You know, I got to make sure I'm screenshotting these. T. Higgins, longest reception prop. Okay. This feels, oh yeah. Oh, T. Higgins, longest reception prop is just, yeah, this is too good. Receptions. I want his longest reception prop. Oh, 23.5 too. But he's going to get the, was it Christian Gonzalez, right? He's going to get covered by him. I still don't mind it. Let's just put it in to track it. Let's just put it in to track it. Joe Flacco, the next highest play at 238. I mean, if he gets there, though, T's got to have a good game, right? So you could do something like that. I read this Mitchell Tinsley, like Mitchell Trubisky. I'm like, what is that? Let's do that, and let's do Joe Flacco higher than 238. Or we'll just do like 225 or whatever, since we're already building this out. There we go, 230. The plus 104. Passing prop, minimum or max $20 wager. Let me see if I like one better than that. I'm playing these just to track them. That's an interesting angle there. I mean, if you guys think there's any shot of this game turning into a shootout, then you can absolutely build out like a 230, a 230 and a 220, something like that. And then you got to throw in a pass catcher or two. Probably, I mean, listen, Hunter Henry this week, 25 plus, and they get a touchdown or something is definitely in play. This is the worst defense in the NFL. And I could just pause there. But it's the worst defense in the NFL against tight ends. And they have been for years. For years. Travion Henderson. Ilio Silva. I don't know why I say his name like that. This guy bumped right up. You know, that's an interesting play in and of itself, because if Gonzalez really is locking down Higgins, then Illy's going to get the ball. We could build out, oh man, I really want to just build out a big old SGP for this thing, but I do want to take, wow, plus odds on a couple of these books. FanDuel. Okay, we're going to take this over on FanDuel. Wow, higher than 3.5 receptions. From a full game here? Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. The logic's sound there. Love that the confidence score loves it and identified that. Matt Collins, Drake May passing touchdowns firmly in play this week. Looking for a nice bounce back. You've got Travion Henderson. That's probably the only thing stopping Drake May from absolutely smacking this line. What if we went? I actually don't hate both of these guys to throw for 2 passing touchdowns in this game for a plus 147. There's a lot of things to like in this game. A lot of potential there for a big high scoring week. What's the over under on this game actually? It's a little bit shrunken, isn't it? I can't unpin. How about making that a little bit? Actually, I should just shrink it all the way down. Whatever. That's okay for now. You guys got it. Teams. 50.5. Yeah, there's a lot. Excuse me. There's a lot to like in this game. Maybe we'll circle back. We'll see how much time we have. We could probably circle back, build out a couple of parlays for that game. Wow, a lot of games. Colts, 58 points. Patriots, 50 points. Lions and Giants, 50 points. 47.5, 50 points. A lot of good scoring games this week. I like it. All right, now the game of the week. The game of the week. Colts and Chiefs. I'm a homer. You know where I'm going with that. You know that I'm all over the Colts this week. I do think this is going to be an absolute battle. It's absolutely going to be a battle. This game is going to be a bloodbath. The Chiefs need this game bad. I think I saw something that if the Chiefs lose this game, let's find out. You know what? Let's not speculate. We have the WWW at our fingertips. Chiefs playoff. There we go. Chiefs playoff chances. Right now, they're about 55%. If the Chiefs lose this game, their percentages drop to 38%. I would imagine that if they don't win this game, if they win this game, they stay in the position of like, we kind of control our own destiny. If they lose this game, I guarantee that's out. That's like out the window. Like they no longer control their own destiny and that kind of thing. And then who knows what's going to happen. Oh, I did want to look real quick before I moved on entirely. And I want to say good morning to Joe. Travion Henderson. Yeah, I think you could absolutely mash that play for Travion. And I'm going to go over real quick before I moved all the way on here. And I'm going to put that in too, because there's no reason that he shouldn't smash this line. You could go 80 plus at plus 109. Yeah, I don't think it matters here. Okay. Gotta make sure I don't bet up all the money in my account. So for this game, like I said, Daniel Jones, fibula injury. I hope this isn't Daniel Jones prefacing him to come out and have a terrible game. That's all I could think about. Is that sad? That's probably a little bit sad, right? Like Daniel Jones is just like prefacing a bad game from himself. Like, oh, coach, I'm feeling a little sore. And then Isaiah Pacheco, he was full, limited, and then limited. Oh, he will miss his third consecutive game Sunday. He emerged from the bye week, did Daniel Jones with an injury. All right. Let's see. So nothing crazy. Chiefs are 3.5-point home favorites. I mean, I don't know. I either feel like the Colts somehow just come out and get blown out. So like, you could take the Chiefs minus 6.5 or something. If you think that, or the flip side is just give me the Colts plus odds. And if that happens, if the Colts win, what happened? Well, you know what? I normally would say, well, Jonathan Taylor had a big game. But I actually think it's possible for them to win this game without him having a big game because of the strength of that Chiefs defense. But I'm also not going to bet against Jonathan Taylor. So I would say that JT goes 110 plus in this. And somebody like Pierce had a big reception or two. Downs, maybe. Man, it's really hard. I don't like picking these Colts receivers because I just don't know who's going to do it. So I think you could go Travis Kelce finding the soft zone. Although if the Colts are going to run man against them, which I think isn't Charvarius Ward back for this game? Because if he is, they can run a lot of man. Is he back? Yes. He's activated from IR. Will he play? Yes. Wow. I didn't realize how bad this concussion was. I had no idea this was that bad. Charvarius Ward was like throwing up from his concussion, vomiting. He said he was dizzy for a week or for a month and potentially was deciding if he wanted to keep playing football. I had no idea it was that bad. Well, prayers up. Thankful that he's back for many reasons. Most importantly, that he's okay. But so I think like Travis Kelce or somebody could be interesting if Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy are getting covered by these other guys. Although if I'm them, man, they'll probably put sauce on Rashee Rice, but man, put sauce on Travis Kelce. You could do Travis Kelce 5+ receptions. And you know what? One more. If they're going to do this, Daniel Jones is going to have a big week. So I'm going to do Daniel Jones 240 plus. That's a nice plus 700. As far as who gets in the end zone, I hate to lose on a touchdown. Yeah, you don't really get a lot by adding him to the touchdown. So you know what? We're going to leave a touchdown off. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to boost this up a little bit. What are all these things? 4 plus. The bet can be placed. What do I get? I have no idea. Sure. I'll do this one for 25 bucks. Colts win the game. JT 110 plus. Travis Kelce 5 plus. Daniel Jones 240 plus. Am I missing out by not putting in the GOAT man here, Mr. Mahomes? Am I doing something stupid? Probably, right? Where's his passing and rushing pass rush right here, right? Rush reception. Where did I find that one? Where was his passing and rushing prop? Chat. What am I doing here? There it is. I honestly don't love it. And I don't think I need it. Okay. That's what I think about the Colts game. All right. That's really what I think about it. It's going to be a good game. It should be fun. It's going to be a nail biter, in my opinion. I really don't know. But if you want to know what the confidence score thinks, loves Alec Pierce this week. That's what I said. I said, man, Alec Pierce. If they're going to win this game. Good morning, Joe, by the way. Look at that. You got your name up the whole time. Because I love you. Jets and Ravens. Blowout. Kind of gross. We can look at it quick, and then we move on. Gross. Loves Lamar Jackson's passing completions in this game. Kind of scares me a little bit. Tyrod Taylor starting. I mean, grossy Josie. Touchdowns. Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry 2+. Let's do Derrick Henry 2+. Ravens to win the game. You know what? Give me. Actually, I don't like it that much. I hate taking high point spreads like that. And Lamar Jackson. A little 405. I'll just put $5 on it. What do I care? Put $5 on it just to have something to root for today. Tyrod Taylor's pass attempts. Let's look at that. 31.5. He's never been a quarterback to throw the ball a ton. So good luck to you, Tyrod Taylor, because I think today you're going to have to throw the ball a ton, and that is not something you do often. We're going to move on. Seahawks, again, another gross game. Another gross game here. I think that there's a lot of ways that this is going to go south very quickly for the Tennessee Titans. They're going to have to throw the ball a ton. I think the attempts are going to be there, and maybe even the rushing yards. Yeah, for Cam Ward. I think he's going to have to just scramble, but yeah, give me that right there. I don't think there's anything else really. Here we go. This is what we're going to do. He's going to be in my touchdown plays, but Kenneth Walker to score a touchdown and Cam Ward pass attempts. Can't put them together. Okay. Place 2 bets there. Okay. Fine. Kenneth Walker touchdown. I really like that one this week. You always got the chance that Charbonnet screws him on that one, but just curious. Yeah, Kenneth Walker. And then Charbonnet right behind him, as it should be. Whoopsies. Could have stupid fun with these. Smiley. I need a break. Okay. Now we're just having fun. Screenshot it, snip it. So when he scores a touchdown, we can go back to this one today. Yeah, we're gonna hit a couple of touchdown plays for fun. Small units, lots of fun. Green Bay, this is an interesting one. I think that I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see this game. Green Bay, what is the injury report like for this game? Anything? Packers. Josh Jacobs. He will probably not play. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's not going to play. So it's going to be Emmanuel Wilson. And while it's a tough matchup, I do think he's playable here. It is a tough matchup. I think he's playable here. I also think this is a game that ends up being a close game here. So let's do something fun, shall we? Let's do under 48.5. Packers win the game. Vikings plus 7.5. Did that do anything nice for us? What did that do? Yeah, good. Vikings plus 7.5. Packers minus 1.5. Under 48.5. Oh, I was wondering how to get this down. And what about a touchdown out of both of these guys? Wouldn't that be fun? Makes me a little nervous. It's got to be a Justin Jefferson touchdown week, right? How about that? Actually, you know what? What if we just made it a full degenerate play at plus 2,700? Yeah, there's no way I'm betting that on it. Okay. What about that? Plus 2,700 for the gram. $2 gets us 56 bucks. What do we think? Appreciate you, Trey Davis. The way it said it, Trey, is it's like Trey Davis reposted this stream. So when I read it, I read your comment without seeing your name. And I was like, Trey Davis. I was like, that's probably a big deal if it's alerting me. But I was like, oh, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you very much for the repost. Honestly, means a lot. The support means a lot. It really does. I am entirely at the mercy of what the algorithm does here. So any kind of boost like that is much appreciated. All right, so for this Vikings-Packers game, going to do something a little unorthodox here for a very small unit here. So I did under 48.5 points. Packers minus 1.5. Vikings plus 7.5. So that means Packers have to win by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, and we win. So tight for sure. JJ to score a touchdown, Emmanuel Wilson to score a touchdown. The only other thing you could do is you could just take the Packers to win straight up. And it gives you a tiny bit more room, but it looks like it took something out too. So, yeah. So it's really not. Oh, I took the Vikings to win. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to take the Packers to win. And then the Vikings. Please get out of here. And then the Vikings plus 7.5. There we go. The plus 2,500 if you go that route. So there's always that option as well. And just for the sake of this, so I have some money on that so I can track any of those if they hit. There's that one. I think that's an interesting one. As far as like yardage and stuff in this game, JJ McCarthy completions is fine. Jordan Love. These are the confidence score plays. Jordan Addison higher than 18.5. How many receptions has he had? Jeez, just getting 2 or 3 receptions. JJ McCarthy's really been struggling with his accuracy. So I don't see myself really going there with that play. Not with my hard-earned American dollars. I like the Bears here. I like the Bears. Again, if you guys have watched my videos, you know that I've gotten the Steelers wrong quite a bit this year. And it's not fun to come out and say that to you guys, but I'm going to be vulnerable. And I hope you can allow me to be that way. Bears? Where are they? There it is. Gainwell. Gainwell. I have a lot of love for Gainwell this week. The question is what's Jaylen Warren's status? He was at practice Friday. Jaylen Warren. He's not listed on the injury report. So it's dicey. It's a little dicey if you play him this week, just so you know. So I want to make sure I don't. Okay. I want to make sure I don't get signed out of any of these accounts. So it's a little spicy here. I do think that the Bears win. Well, wait, what was the final status on? Geez, a lot of injury news in this game. Rodgers, forgot. Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. First thing comes up is Aaron Rodgers' wife. No change in his status. Well, what was his status? I don't know what that is. It likely would be his fine. It would be limited, designated questionable because of the small fracture. He worked with a brace. I mean, I don't see how this doesn't affect him a little bit, especially if he gets hit once. You would think they're going to try to get the ball out of his hands quickly, which actually works in Gainwell or Warren's favor this week. What about if you just take both of them to have solid games here? The Bears defense is not good. So it's not quite what I would want out of this. What about just their receiving? I don't know if he's getting pressured, probably dumps it off a little bit. What do we think, chat? If he's getting pressured and he's dumping it off a little bit, more than likely, let me get a sip of my drink. More than likely, he's just dinking and dunking, right? Or do they just hand the ball off more, try to rely on him in general because of that? I don't feel like I have a really strong read on this game. I think it's Rome should have a good week. Rome 50 plus at a minus 135 seems, I know what he's done recently, but it just seems too low, right? It seems like Rome's going to have a big week, actually. Rome, Darnell Washington. What about that? I really like that, actually. Darnell Washington 25 plus and Rome 70 plus or 80 plus. Let's just go 80 for him. Let's do that without him too. Yeah, I think it's Rome for me. That's what he's done on the season. 80 plus certainly would be a good game from them this week. I think this is a fine play right here. Best odds right now. Actually, you know what? Look at that. Oh, not both of them. Look at ESPN bet 50 and a half. 50 and a half minus 120. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this real quick. So I want to show you guys. This is about 2 weeks old now. So I got to update. I'll have an updated one for you Monday or Tuesday of this week. But what this is it shows you hit rate on the confidence score for the season, right? So highest hit rate, sample size 70. You know, some of these are bigger sample sizes and it's hitting at a 73% hit rate. So what it is it's something that's lower than a minus 160. So a plus 180 would be higher. And a higher the confidence score than 0.39. Okay. So what we can do with this, we can go back out here. We could go to, what was that? Passing touchdowns, right? Yeah. Passing touchdowns. We could do plus 160 is the max. Okay. So here would be a couple right here. Right? Am I missing? Nope, that's right. These have been hitting at a 73% hit rate. So let's go over. Just do this real quick. I want to make sure FanDuel doesn't lock me out. So I'm just going to click around. Let me throw my face back on here. No, you know what? Yeah, I'll throw my face back on here while we're doing this. Let's go home. Passing touchdowns. Okay, what do we like? Who was the top one? Ooh, 0.5 against Baltimore. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm going to skip Tyrod. It's such a limited sample size. I'm not going to put the confidence score in that spot. All right. It's trying to predict based off of nothing from this year. So let's just do Lamar 2+. If you want to throw Tyrod in there, I don't hate it, but I'm not going to personally. And then we've got Drake May. Phenomenal matchup against Cincinnati. 2+. I think we did this a week or two ago when we hit. So, oh man. And then Dak. Do we just go 2? We could just go 2. And then let's reuse those selections. And let's go and add Dak to it as well. Dakford Prescott. 2+. Here, what boosts do we have here? 2. Okay. There. So that right there fits with this. Let me put myself back out of it. All right. So we could go and you could look at this one, right? The very top one. 87% hit rate on the season, which is nutty, by the way. Now, I wonder if that's come down a little bit because that is pretty freaking high. But that's passing completions, right? Okay. An overprice of greater than -130. So at maximum, or no, it would be minimum of -130 because of the negative. Okay. Pass completions. So let me see, right? Did I do that right? Overprice of greater than -130. Yes. Okay. So that, and pass completions right there. So it would be Lamar. It would be Shador today. It would be Tyrod. It would be Kirk Cousins. 20. Sheesh. Now, inevitably, one of these guys or two are not going to hit. But these would all fit into that criteria here. Okay? Just so you guys know. And on the season, this has been a very profitable thing. 60 hits, 9 misses. That's it. For a large unit because of the odds and stuff. All right. So I just want to show you guys that. Hope you enjoyed nerding out with me a little bit. We'll get back to the games now. All right, let's go back to the next games. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure you guys are liking the stream. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, share it with your buddy. Share it with a friend who hasn't won a parlay in a while. That friend who just sends you guys all the bad bets, that's the person that needs to see this. Let's get them some wins. Where did we leave off? Right here. Jacksonville and Arizona. We're into the 4 o'clock games. Perfect. Beautiful. Jacksonville and Arizona. I mean, my goodness, if Jacoby Brissett is still going to be slinging it, then you've got to have some action on some of his pass catchers here. What are his passing? Look at that. I mean, there's that, guys. There's that. He didn't start those 2 games, right? Yeah, he had 1 and 3 snaps. So there you go. There you go. I mean, Jacoby Brissett's been slanging it. So now if we're going to look at strictly the last 5 games, right? Let's go back out. Last 5 games. Let's look at his pass catchers. How about pass attempts? 5.5. Man, he really has thrown the ball. I really just like his pass attempts, right? Where's his pass attempts over under? I don't think I like how DK just spreads this all out like that, to be honest. 35.5. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yep, Trevor Lawrence probably is fine there. I'm not overly interested in Trevor Lawrence this week. We've got Arizona. Okay, Cleveland and the Raiders. Just play the Raiders play the Browns. What about their defense to score a touchdown? What's the Cleveland Brown defense to score a touchdown? Them and I mean, the Raiders are favored, but they just look ugly. It's plus 850. It's not bad. Browns to score a touchdown. Browns money line. Let's do it. That's fun. We'll move on. All right, we've got a good game here in the Eagles and the Cowboys here. Cowboys at home, 3-point dog. So really, it's like the Eagles -6 in this game. Let's see what we got. Let's go right over to that. Highest play on the board. Dak Prescott, longest pass completion. I don't hate that whatsoever. I don't hate that in the least. Longest pass completion, Dak. 35.5. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. For this game, you could try to pick some of these touchdowns here. You knew last week CD had a score. I think this week you go Saquon and CD. And I do think the Eagles win. And maybe the Cowboys can hang in there. You know what? I don't know about that, actually. Let's just say they keep it close. Cowboys plus 10.5. Something like that. Cowboys can keep it close. Point total. And the Eagles have been in such low-scoring games this year that I'm almost scared to throw them in. But I just think with this Cowboys offense, you know what? I just don't know. I don't know about that. What do we think, chat? We think the Eagles can slow down the Cowboys here. I mean, they did a good job against the Lions. Cowboys are at home. Dak knows how to play this Eagles team. Let's just do that. CD, Saquon touchdowns. All right. I don't even, let's see. We got this game. Kyle Pitts is interesting. Nothing's overly crazy in there. This is going to be a great game tonight. I'm going to try to go live for this one. But let's go ahead and do touchdowns, shall we? And let's make sure we're using up our boosts. So let's go back. Let's do some touchdowns. Can't I do just touchdowns only? I know I can do it for touchdowns. Where is that? I know I can do it. Okay, maybe it's better on DraftKings then. Touchdowns. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go back. We're going to select out of this game. We're going to go touchdowns. Top one on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-hoo-hoo! Spicy Joe, are we thinking the Cowboys get it done? I like the Cowboys plus 10.5. Can I get past this? Okay. This is the week, right? This is the week where they both score. Actually, like Amon-Ra. What about all three of these guys to score a stupid touchdown? That's not even right. They should be boosting this up because every time one scores, the other one doesn't. The fact that that's the best I could get just angers me. It angers me deeply. It's not right. It's not right. I'm going to take my face off the screen for a minute. It angers me. Touchdowns. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. What went wrong on that one? I like this. Class is in session, ladies and gentlemen. Class is in session. Man, Ramadre comes back and we get Travion at a plus 115. You know what? That's stupid. Good. I still think he can score. I'm still playing Travion. Plus 200 or longer? That doesn't even fit on this one. So why are they giving it to me? Yeah, Travion's going to get in the end zone today. All right. Chase Brown. Want a little double action there. Kareem Hunt's probably a decent bet for a touchdown, but I'm not going to pick him. Kenneth Walker. Christian Watson's gotten in the end zone a couple of times. Let's build out a big old degenerate one, huh? How about that? Shall we? Monungai? I'm not sure about that. I don't like this because I don't like this ETN one because of Tootin. Tootin was stealing some touchdowns last week. Judkins and Junty, blah. I'm not even. I don't even want him. I can't have him risk it. I can't risk it. I can't risk it. There. $3 for 4,000. Okay, cool. Now let's go back and just go with the highest confidence score ones. Actually, you know what? I really just want to do something like, I just don't see a world where Gibbs doesn't score and Derrick Henry. And I know the Ravens do those maddening things sometimes. But the two of them just seem too free this week. The two of them seem too free this week. And I think those are the two. The Seahawks, I want them to be free. I'm going to do 20 on this. The Seahawks, I want them to be free. I truly do. I'm just a little leery. Give me Travion. Keep thinking he's not going to score. He's going to score. This should be a free play right here. There we go. That's what I'm going to use my boost on. $10 for 100. Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs, Travion, and Kenneth Walker. Actually, you know what? We're going to do a little more on that because I actually really like that one. What are we thinking? Then I love that play, actually. And now I'll do a true, just like straight up confidence score one. What about if we did? What about if we threw in some team winner stuff into it? And we've got Patriots, Travion, Lions, and Gibbs. And what was the other one? I'd go Kenneth Walker probably there. think the Seahawks just destroy them. I don't see how they don't. What's my rewards? No sweat, $10? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's the play. Just the Seahawks. Kenneth Walker touchdown and Kenneth Walker and the Seahawks maybe. Hold on. Popular Seahawks. Where is it? Where's my alternate spread? Seahawks minus 16.5 or something. Something like that. Oh, it's only a plus 296. Wasn't even worth it really. But all right, last but not least, like I said, I'm going to do a true Derrick Henry. Let's start right at the top. No, trapped. Gibbs. Henry and JT we need. Okay. ETN, Javonte Williams, and Kyron. Makes sense. ETN, Javonte Williams, and Kyron. ETN, Javonte Williams, and Kyron Williams. What we got here? Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, I don't want to use that. I want to do like a version of that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, $20. Okay. Give me that. 20 for 72. Okay. Those are my favorite touchdown plays. Mad Dog, my friend, we have put together absolute gems today, actually. I'm really feeling locked in on some of these games that these teams are just going to decimate a couple of these other teams. I just don't see how that doesn't happen. Have we used up all our boost? No. Go to the NFL. 25% boost. Give me. Man, Drake May's just playing so freaking good. Let's see. What do we want to do for this game? To stay away and avoid all the touchdowns. I mean, how do you not just give Travion Henderson the ball here? Receiving total receptions. Whereas T. Higgins, just to body this man. 20 plus. For Illy, give me 25 plus for him. And what else do I have in here? I've got Travion, Illy. How do I lower this? Uh-oh. Trapped. Travion and Illy from that game. And I want to take the Pats. Getting anxious, biting. Biting. Let's see here. Okay, so we got that one. I mean, I just don't see a world where the Ravens don't win by a good amount and Derrick Henry gets in the end zone. It absolutely could be Lamar, but Derrick Henry scoring a touchdown this week, and then we'll take the Ravens. Alt spread. Ravens minus 6.5 here. Because I still am not sold on that Ravens defense, so I'll take them 6.5. I want to get a little bit extra here. And this is the other one. Jared Goff 2+ passing. Jahmyr Gibbs gets in the end zone. Yeah, I know. And we're going to go popular. Whoops, there we go. Popular, and we've got alt spread here, Detroit. Honestly, I think the regular spread is just, yeah, good. Okay, that regular spread is just fine. Something like that. 25% boost on a couple of these things gives me a plus 2,300. I like that a lot. And if we want to get a little bit crazier, because why not, right? Take the Seahawks in this game. Take Cam Ward to throw a pick. Bummer. That is a bummer. I wish we could. And the Cowboys, just something like, give me the Cowboys plus some points here. Just throw it in there. That was fun. That was a good one. So these are the highest confidence score. Touchdown plays. The highest receiver is Puka. Puka's leapfrogged Devontae just by a little bit. Is that the night game tonight? Oh, excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Wow. It's interesting. And that's a lot you're asking for there. But just be interesting. All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Been live for over an hour. Giving away all the goods. All the money to be made. If you guys aren't in the Discord, you are doing yourself a massive disservice. Hop in the Discord. Check it out. Check out the video. Check out the tutorials that are in there. Ask all the questions. We got great people in there. Good luck today. You guys are cashing out everything if you tailed these. Absolutely everything. It's going to be a great NFL Sunday. Go Colts, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.